So what's going on? Oh, I don't know. Some different stuff about aliens and some guy taking a little dip in the aquarium. We'll get all of that. But starting out, House and Senate leaders on Sunday announced a spending deal for the government funding in 2024, the first step to averting a shutdown later this month, even as that threat still looms. The top line numbers agreed by the House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer include $1.59 trillion for fiscal year of 2024, with $886 billion for defense spending and $704 in non-defense spending. They also agreed on $69 billion up top side deal in adjustments that will go toward non-defense domestic spending. The side deal brings the non-defense spending figure to nearly $773 billion, with spending close to $1.66 trillion overall.
Yeah. Get to the aliens.
So one low quality clip circulating on social media allegedly shows a tall alien creature walking between a dozen squad cars in an area in Miami's Bayside Marketplace. Though some users on Twitter, yeah, that's right, we're not calling it X, have casted doubt on the unconvincing nature of the video. Joe has it on Bone TV there. The scenes from the supposed appearance of the aliens did not match up with news coverage and video footage that covered a New Year's Day brawl at the mall that involved several fights and loud fireworks. They said there was a bunch of teenagers shooting fireworks at people. They caused residents to report an active shooter, provoking a large police response, and then somebody put in the big giant fake aliens.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the situation is, but it seemed like a real like a huge response.
It was a huge response because they said there was a bunch of teenage kids. They said like 15 teenage kids shooting fireworks at people, and they thought it was an active shooter. So
how great is that, though? How that steamrolled into an alien invasion.
This is why, like, when the government finally fakes alien landings, we're all going to be like, "Oh, they landed finally!" And no one's going to have any idea.
Or whenever they really land, and we're going to go, "Yeah, it's fake."
That's a good point.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I was watching the video and the news, and it did seem like somebody was walking, but it seemed like it was the reflection of light on a spotlight. So I was like, that's nothing. Then I saw various people's eyewitnesses where they said there was like this giant creature that they'd never seen, a 10-foot tall person. And I thought, oh my God. Then I watched a bunch of web nerds going around saying that like one guy called his dad who works for the sheriff's department. I was like, I can't talk about it. It was all fake.
Yeah.
It was all fake, but it was really fun to think about for a couple of minutes.
You know what's so funny about? I was on Twitter immediately, or X, whatever, when this story broke, and I was, because people were streaming live from the mall in Miami, and not one person had any video of aliens.
They would be everywhere.
But as soon as the word alien was dropped, all those same people were like, "Oh yeah, I saw the alien. This is my video of the alien."
But that's great that people they babied it. Is what they did.
Yeah, they're just trying to get clout.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see the portal that opened up in the mall? Did you see that video?
No.
Did you see there's more than one that's opened up?
What is this?
It did. Listen, that's fake too. It's fake. Yeah, and the angels and everything else. There was in the mall. There was in the mall, and then these guys kind of go like this, and they look, and all of a sudden you see this like fire ring, and it goes, it opens up, whatever, and then goes closes. Like it totally looks like a portal. But listen, we've all seen these movies. We know that people can do all this stuff on their phone.
Right.
So it makes everything hard to believe.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
It makes everything hard to believe until like I don't know, until I see it myself.
Did you see the portal over New York?
No.
So
I did see that, but also that I don't know.
Did you see the two videos though from 2018 and
they both look like Avengers?
They didn't really look, the ones that I saw didn't look like Avengers. The one that I saw, there's a physicist that I follow that broke the video down, and he talks about how from what they've been doing with CERN, how they can actually do what this portal was.
Right.
And it was super convincing. Probably fake, but
listen, a lot more things since they've been experimenting with CERN have happened. I mean, that's just the bottom. That's the truth.
Well, the physicist was talking about the HARP, the energy weapons, and how he was like, when you see these rings come over cities, and then there's an earthquake the next day.
Right.
He's like, it's not hard to believe that they have the capability to do, time travel and all this stuff.
Did you see? And I don't believe this either, but it's so interesting to think about. The dark angels that were in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
They discovered this black kind of statue of an angel and now the rumor, the legend is that all the angels who fell from heaven are in the. You say Nephilim, like we all know what that is.
That's an angel. That's what they call angels for here on Earth. Yeah.
The angels that left heaven are on Earth, or dark angels, whatever, and they're all were banished to Antarctica, and they're all frozen. They're alive, but frozen in the. It's all nonsense, but it's really fun to look at.
But
it also shows us why cavemen used to think the sun.
100%.
Yeah, and all these things that we fell for. Because we don't know it, and we make up stories, and we're like, all right, we'll just go with that.
It sounds good. The Monroe Institute, though, has a bunch of audio and video footage of people that do remote viewing that talk about those angels on Mars, and that's why it was like a big deal in Antarctica.
What you were talking about with the whole statue thing makes me think of the Suicide Squad, which the only really good part of that movie I thought was the witch.
Oh, yeah.
And how her brother was stuck in the thing and they freed him. But that witch, and then the government's trying to use her in the way she does the different stuff.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. That was
pretty cool. Like, I'd watch a whole kind of like movie about her.
Same.
Would be more interesting than that Suicide Squad. It was okay. It just wasn't great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting for sure. Tampa Bay Rays shortstop, is he shortstop for the Rays? I don't know. Wander Franco appeared before authorities in the Dominican Republic on Friday. He is currently being investigated for an alleged relationship with a minor and money laundering. The judge granted Franco's release on the condition that he appears before authorities once a month. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
He was also required to pay $34,000.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah, what was his deal? 250 million or something, whatever. So I don't know how much of that money he has, but just come back in once a month.
That's pretty nice.
So just to make sure he's not on the run, you know.
Yeah, I know, but you're giving a guy who has a ton of money and obviously a passport a good head start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not playing.
Are you
anymore?
sure? Yeah, not right now, I guess.
I can't believe that they got the Dominican Republic to agree to send him over here once a month, because if I was him, I would just be like, I'm not
no,
coming.
he has to over there, I think,
Yeah.
once a month. Is what it is.
Jesus.
So
Good
who
luck,
knows
Wander.
what's going on. By any means necessary, a phrase used in recent weeks by Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Todd Bowles and quarterback Baker Mayfield proved to be a viable strategy in defeating the Carolina Panthers 9-0 on Sunday to earn the Bucs their third consecutive NFC South title. It was also the second for Bowles and the first for the Buccaneers post-Tom Brady era. They finished with a 9-8 record after losing 5 out of 6 games midway through the season. The Buccaneers will begin their 2023 playoff journey on the primetime stage as they will host the Philadelphia Eagles at Raymond James Stadium on Monday, January 15th. Kickoff is scheduled at 8 p.m. and the game will be broadcast on ESPN.
It's not like they
dropped off.
Yeah, and I think a majority of the problems we had yesterday is the fact that our quarterback is banged up right now.
Poor guy could barely walk.
I know.
Oh.
And with the Monday Night Football game, give us an extra day to heal up a little bit.
I like
I
that.
told
Yeah.
him, Gio, he should be sleeping in one of those cool baths.
Did you see Jalen Hurts' finger like dislocated?
Yeah.
Like 11:30 at night. I'm thinking I got to get up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this. What do you think about? So the Bucs are playing the Eagles. The Steelers are playing the Bills. You fight Brian Kelly. I fight Monica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
In 100%. Why don't we watch the game here and have a sleepover?
Oh,
All
right.
I'm in.
All right.
Just saying.
I'm in.
Or just
100%.
record the show during the game.
What if we take off Tuesday and just watch the game?
Wait, Galvin just came with a really good idea. We do the show live, but we do it during the game.
Yeah.
And then we record it to run the next day.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty interesting.
I like the Monday Night Football. I like the prime time. I just don't like the idea of getting up the next morning at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it stinks because it does take the kind of the fun out of it a little
Yeah.
bit. So, but still, it's I guarantee you. No, I shouldn't say I guarantee you, but I wonder if they're going to try and do a tailgate on Monday night.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's a time for it, man, and perfect weather.
Yeah,
and
but
everything.
Yeah.
We were in the playoffs with Tom Brady last time. They didn't do the tailgate for the playoffs. So
I
I
know,
don't
but they really should. That would be great,
It's a
man.
Monday Night
Get
Football.
some of the flames out there, some fire pits
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. and
Yeah.
have
I
some
mean, we
good-
haven't had a cold weather tailgate ever.
Oh man, if they can do some good chili,
Oh, dude.
right?
Little chili
I'm hungry,
cook-off.
yeah.
I think we should actually cook an eagle.
Yes.
No,
Do
no.
some.
No, we can. We'll go
We
snag
can't
one. They're not in
Cook
danger
an
anymore.
eagle. No, we
They're
cannot
not in
do
danger
that.
anymore.
We can't
Do some
cook
cheese
an eagle.
eagles.
Dude, no.
Instead of cheesesteak,
Yeah.
cheese
Cheese
eagle.
eagles.
Yeah.
The problem
Chop
with
it up.
Eagle chili.
Yeah.
the problem with going to the game is there's gonna be a ton of Philly fans there, and
Oh, yeah.
Philly is the biggest scumbag, fan base
Listen
in
to me.
America.
Oh no, that's Buffalo. I was like, who's the one that throws himself to the table? That's
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo. But I get you.
At least they're having fun.
We can convince those Philly idiots to go through a table too.
Yeah, Philly fans and Dallas fans are the biggest scumbag fan bases.
Let's get a table, and we'll let the Philly fans throw each other through the table, but we'll cut the table so that it is no give at all. It just opens the minute they touch it.
Yeah.
Breaking backs everywhere.
Just put rebar shoots through.
Mhm.
Penetrator.
That was
Listen,
great.
I most Philly fans will tell you the same thing. They are the most obnoxious douchebag fans ever. They make it unenjoyable.
Yeah.
I like when I'm a Red Sox fan at a Yankee fan at a Red Sox game and a Red Sox fan at Yankee Stadium. It's a fun rivalry. But Philadelphia is just a bunch of scumbags. In fact, I'm throwing batteries at them. I'm going to that game with a pocket full of batteries.
I can tell you, I did not think this Bucs team was going to be this good this year.
Oh, nobody did.
Yeah.
Except for one person.
Oh, you mean
By
By
the way, they're not great, and they're also
Doesn't matter.
They're 9-8.
Okay.
They're 9-8. You were
I was
talking
the
about
only
that they were going to win 15.
12.
12.
And I was the only one who said 12.
No, I think he said 13 at first.
12. I was the only one who said 12, and we were not that far off at 12, and I'm the only one who believed that they would make the playoffs.
You're 3 off.
Okay.
A lot.
But
Yeah.
I'm the only one that said they made the playoffs.
I thought they would be with Tom Brady leaving, and as bad as they played last year, I thought they were only going to be worse.
Let me just tell you something. Baker Mayfield is my quarterback.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I hope he gets he made $1.5 million bonus yesterday. He limped off that field right into the bank and laid in his money. Good for him.
How can you not like that guy?
Yeah.
No, he's great. He's great. He's the guy you want on your team. He's a fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's a guy who gets the job done. It's Brady was doing it like a ballerina would do it. He's doing it like a Green Beret would do it.
That and Antoine Winfield Jr. I mean, how he's not.
A few years back, whenever the Jags played the Steelers and they were winning, they came over to the sideline and they grabbed a terrible towel, one of the Jaguars players.
Oh,
they
they
swinging
did?
around and they threw it down and stomped on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, what happened now? By the way, quarterback, cut your hair, you creep. you already look like a lady.
You talking about
Sunshine?
Sunshine, yeah.
Clemson there? What's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he already
is
looks like a lady.
He looks like he's stuck in the transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well,
Well, you're already
DeSantis,
there.
he stopped everybody from using the drugs.
What? Oh, the transition
Yeah,
drug.
yeah.
He caught him right in the middle.
Yeah.